We're gonna start with Long versus Retro.
Yeah, so this is going to be the first time we're going to... Nope, never mind. We're not seeing the apps. We're going to be seeing Shovel Knight again.
And we're gonna see Shovel Knight again. I was about to say, why the apps? Well, the question is the color, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
And already Retro going in!
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of aggression off stage against a Rano, because it feels like that up B is hard to challenge.
Yeah, definitely I don't like you vibes, you know?
Yep.
Just what you gone.
And on this stage, you definitely have to be careful, because those side blast zones are closer than they appear.
It is deceptive how close they are on this stage, honestly. But yeah, despite that early aggression, honestly, it is a very even match. The platform saving Retro here.
Unfortunately, not going to save him from that confirmed there with the backer to up strong.
Yeah. But hey, lots of trading. Stocks are trading right now. This is a very even match, and I like the fair trade. Shovel Knight's fair trade is funny to me because it is literally the move that says, do not DI in.
Yep. And even then, even if they don't follow it up with the second and third fairs afterwards, they could just stop the first one and just combo it into a Nair as well.
True. But to me, it's just a funny move. It's a learn to DI move.
Yeah, and right now, getting hit by those Rano side Bs is learn to just suffer through the pain move.
Yeah, but again, we're still pretty even. Like, Retro is at 124% right now and stacking with the poison, obviously, but still. Yep. Overall, I feel like neither player has gotten a full state of advantage.
I mean,
look at that
right there.
Yeah, like right there, like you're just gonna die from mid stage against Shovel Knight forward smash.
Yeah, and that was at less than 100% from the center of the stage. I think.
Yeah, questionable DI from long play, to be honest.
Exactly, but no questionable DI to be had there because you're gone no matter what against that back air, it feels like.
It is a brutal move. Run back air is a brutal move overall. And then those nair loops on the bubble. Always feels rough to get hit by that, honestly.
Yeah, just the amount that Long's been able to get off these parries of the up special have been really key to being able to keep this match as even as it has been. This is like every time you get that parry, it's a free bubble, and that's going to be a free 20 to 40% depending on how much poison stacks you have onto Shovel Knight.
True, and yeah, that has been the big thing, honestly. Like, Long has done an excellent job at just racking up the percent onto Retro. It's just that Retro is a little bit better at getting the kill moves overall so far.
Absolutely, and that's really going to be the big changer here because if they can keep up being better at getting those kill moves, that's going to be what makes the big difference here.
Yeah, I saw what Retro was going for, and I like it, but it wasn't going to work because obviously Long was ready to DI that.
Yep. Oh,
but the trade though. The trade though. Not going to go in favor of Long.
Not at all. So, Long going to be dropping out for Team Kaori, and Retro's going to be able to keep going, but with only one stock, so that's not a bad situation for Team Kaori to be, because as long as they can take out that stock without losing one of their own, they'll be able to keep it even between the teams.
Yeah, and as we were saying, like overall, I feel like the matches in the losers bracket that we've seen were more even than the matches in the winners bracket so far.
Yeah, it definitely has felt like that, so we'll see how close they end up keeping it by the end of this set, because if you're in the loser side, you want to try and at least make it feel like you got some sort of gap to the opponents you're facing just for a confidence boost as you're going forward, because it's not going to get any easier as you move forward. So if you're just trading even now, it'll just make it feel like the hill's that much higher to climb as you move forward in bracket.
Absolutely, and now the question is, yeah, we're gonna see Kai here. Gonna try and take down that last Retro stock, which, fair enough. Kai is still an extremely strong player, so getting him out in second, maybe to try and get some momentum back in. Could be a confidence boost, honestly, if it works.
And they started off strong, getting a lot of damage here, and again, just finding that opening to be able to keep the advantage state going here. Oh, nice bash, going to be able to send him down in an awkward angle there.
Yeah, very awkward angle, and I'm kind of surprised that Retro was ready and managed to live that. And kind of not going to be able, not going to be parrying that. I would think that he would have parried, but no, apparently not.
Yeah, and that creates an opening for Retro to try and take off the stock here, because this is a really light percent for Ori.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If Retro can get even a stock on Kai, I feel like it's going to be huge for Team Cobalt.
Absolutely, and I mean, Retro's been doing a great job of keeping this one stock alive as long as they have. Using the anchor to keep themselves alive, and there it is.
Yeah, I mean, if
off one stock.
Yeah, if it works, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, the trade is gonna be enough to to end Retro's life here. Retro's life.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in a crew battle, as long as you're taking one more stock than you have yourself, it's honestly a win.
That is the big thing. Like, Retro has essentially set up Team Cobalt in a very good position right now. Taking off a stock of Kai, pretty huge.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Kai earlier able to cause a lot of havoc when they came into the screen, so it'll be interesting to see how Cobalt's able to respond and try and close out the remainder of Kai's stocks here, or if Kai is just going to be able to start a counterattack and start taking off a lot of stocks from Team Cobalt.
Indeed. We're gonna get Svenny out of Team Cobalt as well, so a little bit of abs action right now.
Yeah, and this is definitely a dangerous matchup for Ori, because it feels like Absa can cover a lot of space with the F-tilts, and the fair trains on Absa just are that much more lethal because of how light Ori is. But the challenge for Benny right now is just trying to find a way back onto this stage.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, Kai is extremely good at applying the pressure overall. And so, the key thing is, once he's in, he's in. There goes the Cloud as well.
Yeah, and that's another interesting thing about this matchup. The Cloud can be used against Absa here, so you gotta be careful with where you're placing it, or how long you're keeping it out for, because I know Absa likes to use that as kind of like a roadblock to control his own on the stage.
Yeah, and once again, we are seeing Kai doing very well in these situations. Like, once again, I don't think the bash here is going to be enough to kill. No, obviously not. But still puts Svenny in a very difficult situation. Maybe Absa wasn't the right play. Maybe he should have stuck with the Eliana.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, Kai has just been doing a great job punishing those uppies as they're trying to recover back to the stage here.
Yeah, I mean, still, I definitely see how Svenny could have fought. Like, Absa isn't such a... it's a pretty rare matchup overall in Europe, so maybe I can catch him off guard like this, but still. When you're at that level, it's not something you can really rely on.
Yeah, and unfortunately now you only have one stock left to rely on, so you have to make something happen here against Kai if you want to be able to keep this stock alive for your team.
That being said, Kai is at 92% right now, and almost anything could kill at this point. Like, we're still talking about Ori, so...
That is true. I mean, this character can just get a single combo and devastate whatever you have left.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was still very light, so...
Yeah, the challenge right now is just being able to get back to the stage, because this is where Kai has really been dominating this match, just controlling the ledge here. Unfortunately, that platform hanging off the ledge, giving Benny another opening here to make it back to the stage.
Yeah, and it's gonna linger for a while as well, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah,
Kai gets out of that match with one more stock, and taking back the advantage for Team Kaori.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to put the pressure back onto Team Cobalt here. If they can try and take off this last stock without losing one of their own, that'll at least allow them to go into the final matchup even between these two teams.
Indeed.
Vigurgis gonna be coming back onto the screen, bringing back the Atlas, which we saw cause a lot of chaos earlier.
A very destructive Atlas, indeed. And definitely, I feel like possibly he can do it against Sky. You know, just needs to manage to find those openings, which is not going to be the easiest thing. I mean, so far it's working though. So far, Vigo is being a wall.
Yeah, as long as Vigor is able to just keep that ground and keep it coated in ice, it makes the matchup a lot more manageable because you're able to keep up with that speed that Ori has.
Yeah, but now Vig is in the edge guard situation, and Kai's just gonna be able to toy with him for a little bit.
Yeah, but able to just send out those icicles to create an opening there.
Yeah, gets the reversal. Kai barely living, manages to get back on stage right now, and the Dacus is going to take it. That means that Vig is going to have all of his 3 stocks in the next match for the final game.
Yeah, and that is going to be key for Team Cobalt moving into this next match, especially with Virgis being the last player on your team, because this is definitely an anchor situation for their team, because we saw how many stocks they were able to take in the last set they were on stream with. So having Vigurgis being your anchor is definitely a good spot to be in.
It is a good spot, and yeah, I just want to see that last match, honestly, because I feel like it's going to be it could go back and forth, or it could be a complete wash for Vigo. So
yeah, this is definitely one of the more volatile matchups in the game, in my opinion, because it's like, it all depends on who's able to get the advantage early on, because if Crag has to approach Daedalus, it is such a huge advantage for Daedalus to be able to have, but if Daedalus is the one having to approach and try to take off the stocks, it is not going to be a good time.
It is tougher. It is definitely tougher. But hey, so far, the opener from Vig has been very good, honestly. Just getting that quick 75 damage on Simone.
Yeah, and still finding more openings to get even more. Already over 100%, and this
still
is
going.
An easy spot to be in.
Simone manages to come back. Gets the pillar, gonna go high here, and the deck is gonna take yet another stock.
Yeah, only 50%. This is a great spot for Vigurgis to be in. Not so great if you're Simone. Need to find some way to get in there and do some more damage here. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Simone right now needs to take those stocks quickly in order to get back the momentum. But right now, Vig's just raining down the hell from the sky, you know.
Yep, good call landing on the pillar. They're not wanting to land into the Crag Upstrong. And able to find their way back down past that pillar still.
Yeah, had a lot of trouble just going back down, and that's a lot of damage off of that freeze as well. Downstrong not going to be quite enough to kill yet, but now Vig is in an extremely good position. This is the Dacus for once, but here's another one. Doesn't matter.
Yep,
we've got more.
Ice armor again. This is really looking rough for Simone right now.
It is going to be very rough for Simone. Vig at 200%. Finally, the armor goes off.
Yeah, but I mean, how much does it matter at this point? Because Gurgis has just been causing chaos this entire time. Finally loses their first stock, but it's cost Simone 2 stocks and 90% to be able to get that to happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, against Daedalus, you may be correct. You may be at 90%. I still feel like Daedalus will find a way to kill you nonetheless.
Yeah, it's just a matter of finding that opening, because Gurgis has just been using those dash dances on the ice to just try and bait out approaches and options from Simone here, not making it easy to create the openings that they want to. Oh no.
Ooh, the rock's gonna save him, but no, he's just gonna fall into the Raw Armstrong, and that is going to be it for Team Kaori. Team Cobalt moves on through the semis.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the closer sets that we've had on stream so far, I'd say.
Yeah, and having Vig as the closer was a very good call as well.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking at the beginning of the stream, it's that big old mental game between the two teams. Do you want your strongest player as the opener to try and take out a lot of stocks, or do you want them as the anchor to be able to hold things down?
Yeah, that is a big thing, honestly. And that's why I like crew battles, honestly.